Hey queens, it's your girl Aisha, and I am here today with my first ever story time on my channel. As always, please like, share, and subscribe, and let's get to it. I'm gonna say I was around 4 to 6 months. Yes, let's say that I was 4 to 6 months into my loc journey, and as anyone who is subscribed to my channel knows, I started my locks myself with two strand twists. Some of my main inspiration for starting my locks came from my older brother, who had locks years before I even decided to get them. One thing that he constantly told me, which I heard was a myth, especially from doing my research on YouTube and just reading articles and stuff, was to not wash my hair for at least 2 months so my hair can start locking, especially with two strand twists. He was like, they're gonna unravel if you just wash your hair. I was not about that life, and it just sounded very unhealthy to me. And some of the videos that I was watching during my research of installing my locks and just taking care of locks in general said that you definitely need to still wash your hair. You don't have to not wash your hair for 2 months in order for your hair to lock. Like, your hair is gonna lock regardless if you don't detangle it. And so I just wanted to make sure that I had the best and healthiest locks ever. This is not my first set of locks. I tried to start locks right out of college and it failed. But I do remember washing my hair with those, and then so much of my hair unraveling, because I tried to start them then with two strand twists too. So I was just like, well, maybe part of what he's saying is right. So I started doing more research on YouTube, and I came across a video. I don't remember who created the video, but I'm sure if you search in the search bar, you'll be able to find the video I'm talking about. But it was a young woman who started her own locks as well, and she said that to prevent her hair from unraveling, she was washing her locks with a stocking cap. So I decided to do that. Mind you, my dandruff problem happened within 4 to 6 months of my loc journey. So for about 5 months I was washing my hair with a stocking cap. Some of them would still unravel, but definitely not to the magnitude of if I didn't have my if I didn't have that stocking cap. At that time I was oiling my scalp with coconut oil and also retwisting my hair with coconut oil. This wasn't the time that I switched to interlocking yet. I just remember one day, I think I was at work, and I was just my scalp started itching so bad, and so I couldn't help but scratch it, and it was these big giant flakes dropping from my scalp. And y'all, when I say big giant flakes, I mean big giant flakes. They were about maybe that's too big, but they were about this big, dropping from my hair. And I'm like, what the hell? I just washed my hair. I know my hair's not dirty and I don't want to be walking around work with hair that looks dirty. What is going on? So in my head, I'm thinking okay, what have I been putting in my hair? Which it was very, very low maintenance. I don't even think I was retwisting with gel at this time. I was just retwisting with coconut oil, trying to keep it simple. And so I decided, I was just oh, it has to be the coconut oil, because anybody who knows or has who uses coconut oil is an oil that solidifies depending on the room temperature. So if you put it in the fridge, it's going to get solid. If you if you leave it out and it's hot outside, it's going to be a liquid format. So that's what I was thinking. I was it was cold outside, so I was just the coconut oil must be solidifying on my scalp and then flaking up. Crazy, right? So I was just that might be a bit of a stretch. Anybody who knows where I'm going with this is probably girl, that's not what it was. I'm washing my hair once every 2 weeks, so I know my hair is not dirty, and I'm someone who never suffered from dandruff problems as a natural, so I just didn't understand what was going on. I stopped using coconut oil in my hair and I switched to olive oil. So then I think maybe a couple of weeks later, still washing my hair with the stocking cap. So I'm using olive oil at this point. Then I in the back of my head, when it was itching so bad. I was scratching my hair severely, and I'm just why the heck am I scratching my hair like this? I just washed my hair. Here we go again. I think at this point I was using the Talia Wajid loc gel. So I was just what the hell is going on? It was so bad, y'all. The front of my hair was just giant flakes. I remember looking in the mirror and I saw a flake on my scalp, and I would flick it up, and it was a big flake, and I was just what is going on? Like, I feel like something's wrong with my hair. So then I went to YouTube, my trusty YouTube, and I started looking up, like, you know, giant flakes on beginning or on starter locks, and I saw that it was a common thing that people were having like severe dandruff once they started locking their hair. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I have a scalp issue, like I might have to take my locks out because I can't be doing this. I can't be looking like my hair is dirty and I take care of my hair. I reached out to a friend. She has sister locks, so, and she's a hairstylist and she does locks, and she has locks of her own. So I reached out to her and I was just like, I don't know what the hell is going on with my scalp, like I think it's falling out, all this other stuff. So she was just like, okay, like you can come into my shop, like let's figure out what's going on with your hair. And so she examined my hair, started looking at my scalp when I got there, and then she was just like, oh, it's product buildup. And I was just like, there's no way it's product buildup. I'm literally only shampooing my hair and then using olive oil and lock gel. Like I wasn't even putting leave-in conditioner on my locks or anything. I was like, there's no way that it's product buildup, like when those are the only things I use. And then she was like, well, how are you washing your hair? And I told her, I was just like, oh, well, you know, I'm really afraid of my locks unraveling because I have a looser texture, especially in the back. So I've been washing my hair with a stocking cap. And then she was just like, who told you to do that? And I was just like, YouTube. And she was just like, yeah, that's not a good idea. And she told me, she broke it down to me. She was just like, hey, because you've been washing your hair with a stocking cap, you are for the most part washing out that shampoo, but you're not at the same time. Like you have to think about how much product you've been like leaving on your scalp for these months that you've been within your lock journey. She was like, and so that's what's on your scalp, that buildup. And she was like, and you just keep washing your hair like that, so it's like literally building up that shampoo or whatever, and then you're putting oil on top of it, so it's in a way like sealing in that buildup. Like she broke it down to me, and I was just like, that is so disgusting. Like, oh my gosh. Like, and so I asked her, I was like, well, what am I gonna have to do? Like, do I have to comb out my locks? Like, am I not gonna be able to be locked? Like, what's going on? This was like something like, it was bothering my soul. Like you can ask my husband, like I would wash my hair and then like 2 days later it would be flaking up. So like I just didn't understand what was going on. Like I was just like, I can't like wear my hair out. I was wearing a turban and stuff. Like it was just crazy. So I asked her, I was just like, do I have to comb my locks out to like get rid of this? Because you know, like clearly if I have a dandruff problem, if I had loose hair, like I could easily like scrape that out and like let it fall out of my hair, but with locks that's gonna like get all trapped in my locks and like look flaky. So she came up with a solution, and she told me to get baking soda and mix it with my shampoo and massage it into my scalp. And she said to kind of scratch my scalp but not like dig at it, to where it would be damaging to my roots. And so I did that, and I think I did that for probably like a month, maybe a month and a half. I did that for every wash. And so eventually like all of that buildup left. And y'all, I can't thank her enough, because I would be walking around with some ashy dreads right now if it wasn't for her intervening. And as you can see, like, you know, my scalp is cool, calm and collected. Like my hair is growing a lot, you know, and I know had I still been washing my hair like that, then you know, probably wouldn't have received the amount of growth that I have received. Moral of the story, do your own research when it comes to your hair, but don't take advice that you receive from YouTube, even including mine. Don't take it as law. It may have worked for someone else, but it's not always going to work for you. And I know there's a lot of people on here who always say that, like, what works for me is not going to work for you, like experiment and stuff like that. But I will say, like, once you figure out a problem, don't ignore it. You know, who knows, like maybe the length that I could have attained sooner had I not been washing my hair like that. And it's also, I think it's a testament of, especially within your lock journey, to just trust your journey. Yes, putting a stocking cap on and washing your hair or washing your locks with that stocking cap on is supposed to prevent like your starter locks unraveling, but maybe that's a part of your journey. Maybe you're supposed to, you know, maybe you're supposed to get a few that won't stay put at first, but you just gotta twist it back up. You know, you gotta keep going, keep moving. Trust your hair, trust your journey. Your hair knows what it's doing, especially you know, just the months and months of you like training it to lock where it's supposed to lock. Like your hair got you, you know what I'm saying? And you just gotta trust the journey and don't try to put things into your own hands. I know someone's gonna ask like, well, I just started my locks and the stocking cap thing sounds like a good idea. What would you recommend? For me, honestly, I do think that the stocking cap method definitely helped my hair to lock faster, but you know, the overall health and especially the health of your hair like kind of starts with your scalp. I just wouldn't recommend it. Or maybe if you do decide to do that, maybe try alternating it. Like maybe 1 week when it's your wash day, use a stocking cap. The other week you don't use a stocking cap. Maybe alternating it would even be better. That was my story time. Comment below if you ever had a scalp or dandruff issue within your lock journey or your natural hair journey, and how did you solve it. And especially if you have tried the stocking cap method, I really want to know who out there has tried it and how it went. So let me know. Subscribe as usual, and definitely check out my blog, hayqueen.com. That's hayqueen.com, as well as follow me on social media. I'll follow back. Love you guys, and I'll catch you with the next update, story time video, whatever I decide to do. So bye.